My name is Matthew Femi-Adedoyin. Today, I want to share something very dear to me, and about sexual abuse. We know we live in a sex-saturated society. Everywhere is bringing sex. Every advert on TV, there's a place where they talk about sex. You see an advertisement on generator, and you see a girl on bikini advertising Gen, and you're wondering what is the correlation between generator and bikini. You see somebody that's supposed to be advertising an heavy equipment, and you see a girl at the beach doing the advert, and you're wondering what is the correlation between this. Every billboard, everything around us talk about sex. You see sex, you dream sex. We talk more about sex than our forebears, but we have little or no understanding, and it has increased the level of sexual abuse in our society. We have moved from sex-saturated society to sexual abuse-saturated society. You see adults abusing children, children abusing fellow children, and it's a problem. It's worrisome. It's something to talk about. How abuse has become a normal thing in our society because of failure of parenting, failure on the side of government, failure on the side of school, failure on the side of religious organizations. And the people that are supposed to lecture and teach us about these things are sleeping on us, are sleeping on these things. So abuse has become a regular thing. And then you see children abusing children. In most of our training for secondary schools, there are some things we do. After all of the lectures we give to these children, we ask them to write secrets that are that they've not told anybody, secrets that are very dear to their hearts, that are something that's around sex that has happened to them that they are unable to share. And when we read some of these secrets, it's scary. You want to share things. I'm going to share some with you. Probably in our next episode, I'm going to come with a list to read as much as possible on how sexual abuse has been normal. And if you think it's one stranger that will always abuse your child, no, it is not. That uncle, that auntie, that your neighbor, that guy living with you, that lady living with you, may probably be the one abusing your child already. And if you don't know, it's probably happening already. If you think because you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, it cannot happen to you. I can assure you that it's happening in your household, it's happening in your room, it's happening between your husband and that your stepdaughter, or that it's happening between your husband and your daughter, it's happening between your brother and your son, it's happening between family members. In fact, statistics has confirmed that the highest abusers are the people that are known to your children. So I'll quickly share two alarming one from a secondary school in Lagos. So this is a 13-year-old, and then she was introduced to prostitution by the cousins. She usually go to their house during the holidays, so to just spend the holidays. In the middle of the night, they will sneak out to the club, and then for hook up. And at 13, the cousins were in between ages 15 and 18. The older cousin was 18, the younger was 15. So if you want to follow us, if you want to be with us, you have to do this with us. And they will take their 13-year-old cousin out for prostitution. Children cannot consent to sex. So whatever you do with children is abuse. So that was how she was introduced to having sex around with men just because they can. Another one was a 12-year-old whose older cousin, she was asked to come and be living with them, and the other cousin will offer all manners of things just because he wants to sleep with her. And that was how she started sleeping with the other cousin. It wasn't enough for her. She got hooked to it, and that was how she started sleeping around. She's just 12. She is just 12. I handled a case recently. This girl, she attends one of the big schools in Lagos. The father is one of the big pastors in Lagos. I mean, one of those jet driving pastors in Lagos. And then she attended one of the, and she's just 11-year-old in the secondary school, GSS2. And then she gathered, I think, 8 boys in her class, 8 boys, lined them up, and was giving them blowjob one after the other. 8 boys. I mean, I'm not kidding. I personally handled the case as a therapist. 8 boys. I mean, she was sucking their penis one after the other. This was an 11-year-old girl. I mean, what could have caused this? When we dug further and asked many questions, and we realized that she was being abused at home by the church members, and then by the family and the people that the parents have gathered in their house. And because it's a popular name, they don't want anybody to know. They just want to sweep it under the carpet. In fact, as a matter of fact, they didn't allow the girl finish her session because they felt it's an abuse to the father who is so popular, and they believe that they will use the Holy Spirit to cast the madness out of her. But the truth is this: behavioral issue needs behavioral solution. Sexual abuse is a behavioral issue, and behavioral solution is what sometimes the answer to that, the solution to the sexual abuse, to sex matter, to behavioral issue is knowing what to do. I mean, and you have the answer, knowing what to do and how to do it. So you see, a lot of abuse is happening in our society. I mean, see the way I'm talking so solemnly because it's hitting me very hard that we do not have children anymore. Majority of our children are being abused in their homes. Sometimes it's the parent that are abusing them by omission or by commission. You know, you send your children to a children's party and they are playing some content and you're wondering, is this supposed to be children's party? It's a form of abuse to your children. Some people abuse their children by negligence. You are just negligent. You don't even know what is going on in their society. They are trying to speak with you, but you are not listening. Some people abuse their children by ignorance. You just don't know the right thing. You just don't know that what you're doing is wrong. And you do all of these things. You see your child, your daughter is twerking to a music, and you are clapping and hailing her. Did you send her to dancing school? How did she learn the dance? You should understand that all of this put together has increased the level of abuse. When children are listening to adult content, and because they sang the adult content very well, the musician that sang the song decided to reward them with 1 million, 2 million, because your child has been rewarded 2 million for twerking on social media. Your 5-year-old child, you think is a normal thing, and the child is being exposed to one form of abuse or the other. I mean, I've seen some video where you see a boy of 5 and a girl of 6 lying on the floor together and practicing sex, and adults are clapping in the video, and it's a form of abuse. So to stop all of these things, we need to wake up, parents especially. Today, I don't know, I think a lot of people just give birth without understanding the consequence of what they are doing. If you're not ready, don't give birth, please. If you're not ready to change our society, don't destroy it further. The level of abuse, because when we consistently abuse our children, they will grow up and 2 things are about to happen. One of 2 things: either they become addicted to sex or become sexual anorexia. Addicted because they begin to like sex too much that they cannot do with it. Anorexia in the sense that they will hate it so much that they don't want to have anything to do with sex. So even when they get married, they cannot comfortably have sex with their partner. Or when they get married, their partner is not enough to satisfy them, and that's when they want to go and cheat. Not because they love it, not because they stop loving their partner, but because they have an addiction problem that needed to be worked upon. And you see today, you see many people on social media, many people, it's a form of abuse that have happened to them in the past that they are vocalizing, that they are amplifying and screaming for help. But because they are not bold enough to ask to seek for help, they pick up microphone and do a podcast and amplify the stupidity that has happened to them. I pity them, but they need to seek for solution. Sexual abuse has become has become a problem in our society, and we need to deal with it. Maybe in other series, in other videos, I will talk extensively on this and the solutions we need to do. Parents needs to wake up and start teaching sexuality education to their children from the moment your child can say a word, can start talking, start introducing them to sexuality education. I have a 5-year-old who will be 6 in the next 2 months, and she confidently knows every part of her body, and she has been taught what to do because they are age appropriate sexuality education. If you don't know what to teach, reach out to me. We will teach you what to teach, how to teach it, and when to teach it, and the age appropriate teachings you need to do until your child clocks 18. Because if these things are not done, people will keep abusing our children. And you must learn to call the names of their private part what it is. The penis is not banana. The penis is the penis. Because that is why you call penis banana to them, and an uncle will say, come and eat my banana. And because you have said banana is meant to be eaten, that's why they will eat the uncle's banana. Because you as a parent, you did not teach them the right thing. So parents, we need to wake up. Sexual abuse is destroying our society, and it has become the order of the day. We need to know what to do, how to do it, and the courage to do these things. And if there's a case of sexual abuse that you are privy to, please do not sweep it under the carpet. When police have arrested the person that have abused your child, don't now say, hey, it's a family matter, let's end it. No, the person should go to jail. Probably should be castrated for doing that awful and harmful things to your child. Parents, wake up. Let's deal with sexual abuse before it destroys our society. Thank you.